So every bottle of wine that is sold will produce a wheelchair for somebody without mobility.
That's really phenomenal. How are you able to do that?
Well, I think first and foremost, I want people to think of Lookout Ridge as a super high quality wine. That's number one. And then number two is feeling the joy of knowing that each bottle of wine is changing a person's life. We're here to celebrate the beginning of Wine for Wheels, a program that puts incredible winemakers together making wine, where we then take the profits from the sale of that wine and provide people throughout the world wheelchairs that are don't have money to afford a wheelchair and don't have mobility.
My husband, when he does something, he always, gets the best, does the best, and he sought out an incredible winemaker, Greg Folette, for our first couple of vintages.
Greg, do you remember how it all started? You really were my first winemaker. This was the wine that really started the wheelchair project. I don't know if you remember, but we were asked to showcase this Pinot Noir at the Ritz-Carlton Cult Wine Classic.
Yeah, it was the only Pinot that had ever been invited. It always was big, wonkin', screaming eagle cabs and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And this was the first Pinot to sit in among all the big Napa Valley folks.
Yep, that was a big deal. And I remember a gentleman actually paid $1,500 for a bottle of this wine. And the proceeds were to be donated to the Wheelchair Foundation. And I remember never hearing about it, and met Ken Behring at that auction.
Well, Gordon got with us at one of the Wine for Wheels, and then we asked him to go on a trip to distribute wheelchairs in Mexico. So he and his wife came down.
Very few, modern conveniences that you would think of a hospital, but they had a whole room full of people. The entire hospital did not have a single wheelchair.
We knew that it was the program that we needed to lend a hand to because we understand.
You change a person's life in a matter of minutes.
I guess the rest is kind of history, how it all came together.
Their sincere efforts to give back to the community is something that all of us should be doing.
I'm going to make a Cabernet Sauvignon from the vineyard here at Lookout Ridge.
I'm here because I'm making some wine for Gordon Holmes. I'm making a Napa Valley Cabernet from the Kronos Vineyard for the Wine for Wheels program.
I actually make the wines from the estate vineyard here. So I've been working with Gordon and his vineyard manager, Phil Coturri, to help develop the vineyard and start crafting the wine from the estate vineyard.
And Gordon's been very supportive of my farming techniques up here. He has a certified organic vineyard, and he latched onto that when I said, in order to work here, I want to make it certified. And it goes, you're doing a humanitarian thing for the soil, you're doing a humanitarian thing for the world, so to speak. And I'm here to make sure that the grapes that go into the wines for this project are the best that could possibly be.
Making a wine from my vineyard, it's Kronos Vineyard for Gordon. It's one of the last old Cabernet vineyards in the Napa Valley, and it makes very rare and special wine.
Well, I was really taken by Gordon Holmes' idea about the wheelchairs for wine, and I was getting bored in the grape and wine business, and it was a lot more interesting to see wheelchairs out in the vineyard than to look at Porsches or Mercedeses.
So I got involved with the project just because it seemed like I had two reasons. One, I always love to see what a site that has huge potential can do, and then it just seemed like a great cause, turning in a bottle of wine for a wheelchair. I mean, how could one decline that offer?
Right.
So it's pretty exciting.
Yep.
The idea to take the wine that I love to make and donate it to an organization like that, and to see what a difference it can make, for me, it was a no-brainer. It was so easy.
Wine is a catalyst towards healing our planet.
And so we've attracted them not only to join us philanthropically with their capital, but philanthropically with their talent, their vision, their energy, their compassion, and most of all their love. And as I say, addressing the needs of this painful gap between those of us who have so much and our brothers and sisters worldwide who have way too little.
How are you able to do that?